If your computer's running slow, be sure to check out my website, remotetechassistance.com. Be sure to check out my free 7 simple secrets to make your computer run faster. In addition, if your monitor has dead pixels, be sure to check out my free pixel tester as well. You must have Microsoft PowerPoint installed in order to run it. How's it going, everyone? Many of you are unable to determine whether if you have enough RGB in your computer or not, whether if it's the chipset, the memory, the graphics card, fans, or even just a simple LED strip. That's why I'm going to be unboxing a little more RGB for this computer. So today, the additional RGB that will go into my computer is the Lian LI Strimer Plus V2. I'm going to be unboxing this 24-pin along with this 8-pin, which is a 2-pack. So first off, we're going to be unboxing the 24-pin because that contains the hub to control all of the lights, whether you want to add more RGB or not. You'll see right here, this is the hub along with the SATA cable that powers it. White clamps if you want to replace the black clamps. And of course, the 24-pin RGB cable itself. Along with the manual and thank you for your purchase. So let's unbox the 8 pins. You'll see it comes in a 2-pack. This is going to be for my graphics card. Again, white pieces, just in case if you want to replace the black pieces. And then an RGB connector. So let's remove both panels first. Then we will unbox the hub. I'm going to open it up with some scissors. So you've got the hub, SATA power, some sticky padding. I'll show you where I plan on putting it. And then the RGB panel, the RGB cable for the USB port. And I might as well open the 24-pin. So now the plan is to put the hub right here. I know the spacing isn't even, but it's my only chance. So let's take the wrapper off on both ends first. And then I'm going to mount it to where the SATA cable will be pointing downwards because the SATA power cables are closer that way. So let's take the padding off on one side first. Place it like this. Before we take the opposite side off, we're going to do the second padding, which will go right here. Like so. I don't know why there's no label on this side, but let's take the sticker off here. We're going to be placing it here. Oh, one of them is magnetic, which is cool. I'm going to give it a couple of taps. Then I'm going to put this SATA power cable into here. I apologize if my cable management's messy. Like so. Now we will want to unplug the 24-pin from the motherboard, then plug it in to the Lian LI port. Requires a little elbow grease to put it in, but there's that. Then we will put this part back into the motherboard. Then we'll want to flip the computer around so we can pull back the 24 pin gently though. That's as far as it'll retract. But now we can route this cable and then plug it into here. The 8-pin connector. Now we should probably plug in the rest of the power. This is what goes into the motherboard. Untie it. Then we will plug this in. Then we will want to put this through one of the holes for routing it. We will then put the USB plug into that port right there. This specific motherboard has two, but I'm going to be plugging it on the farthest right port, like that. Okay, so I had to reroute the RGB cable to one of the top holes so I can access this RGB port right here. So in goes that. Now we can unbox the double 8-pin connectors and install the cables for the graphics card. So now we're going to take the ports out of the graphics card. Now, please be advised that even though this graphics card has a 6-pin and an 8-pin connector, rather than both being 8-pin connectors, the graphics card cables are still capable, as you can tell, by this dangling 2-pin connector. They go for both cables, so this will work out great. Now, the funny thing is, even though this is for a 6-pin and an 8-pin, you will have to plug in the 8-pin both ways in order for it to work properly. So as you can see, got to do both 8 pins. Then we can connect this to the 8-pin and then 6-pin like normal. Now we got to route this cable to the back. Now we can pull back on the cable, just cautiously though, and we're going to plug it into, this port has 2 more ports on the left side, so we're going to put it in here. Okay, so now that I have the cables plugged in, I'm going to turn the switch on, and I'm going to keep my finger on the switch just in case if something happens. So I'm going to turn it on. And it looks like we've got power. But we're not done just yet. We should, however, close up the side panels first. So in order to control the LED strips, as we speak on May 17th, it is not compatible with any of the motherboard software like Asus Aura or MSI Mystic Lighting. But you'll see I used the Asus Aura software to turn off the LEDs that are compatible, just so you can have a better look at the power cables from Lian LI. Anyways, in order to get them to be configured, you'll need to go to the Lian LI website and download LConnect 3. So we're going to click on Install. Click Download to download the latest version. Open this up. Then click on this to install. Click Next. It's going to install this folder, LConnect 3. Definitely want to do so. and then we'll run it. Then we're going to click on View Details to check at the firmware updates. You definitely want to do the firmware updates before configuring it, so let's download this firmware update. Then we can click Update, and once it does that, it will flash the LED strips, which is normal, but now that we're up to date, we can configure our lights. So we go over to Strimer Plus Lighting, and you'll see right now we have it on the rainbow, but we can put it on wave. And then apply. This is currently doing this to the 24 pin. Then I guess we could do the same here. This is real cool. Let's adjust the speed to 50%. Then we can change the direction. Click on default, and that will reset everything. Quick sync lighting is if you have other Lian LI products that will sync up with the fan LEDs or the liquid cooler LEDs, any of that stuff, but since we have none of those, we won't worry about that. And then there's the system info. But that's about it. That's how you install the Lian LI V2 cables. Please be sure to subscribe, like this video, and watch all of my other recommended videos as well.